You know what cracks me up is how Trump and his ilk think Minnesota is the only state to have C-19 relief fraud, as if the rest of America turned into a fraud-free wonderland during the biggest emergency spending spree in modern day history. So let's deal in facts here. C-19 fraud happened everywhere in the country, not just Minnesota. According to the IRS, they've launched 2,039 C-19 fraud investigations totaling over $10 billion in potential fraud. And that's just one agency. Let's talk about the Government Accountability Office. Congress's nonpartisan watchdog estimates that hundreds of billions of dollars were lost to fraud, waste, and abuse across multiple C-19 relief programs in all 50 states. The Secret Service reported recovering billions and opening hundreds of investigations into C-19 fraud. And guess what all of these cases have in common? They're all rooted in federal programs created and rolled out in the Trump administration. PPP, EIDL, C-19 unemployment, programs that were deliberately designed to move money fast with minimal verification. The philosophy was send money now, check for fraud later. Well, later is now. And then comes the part that really tells on them. How dare them take a nationwide problem, a federal failure, and use it as an excuse to target one community, specifically Minnesota's Somali community. Fraud occurred in every demographic, in every state, and in every type of relief program. But the only spotlight right now is on the Somali immigrants in Minnesota, as if fraud uniquely belongs to them, which it doesn't. Oh, and to add, it wasn't just their community. There were multiple different demographics, including the ringleader who is the same demographics as I am. And the facts don't support the narrative, but the politics do. So why is Minnesota the only place that Republicans want to talk about? Why isn't Orange screaming about the fraud that occurred in Florida? Or Texas, or any of the billions stolen from federal programs that he signed and he oversaw? Yeah, the fraud with Feeding Our Future in Minnesota was bad. And yet it was still less than the amount of fraud that Orange himself committed. But here's the truth they don't want you to know. It wasn't unique, it was part of a national pattern of fraud. So if they want to point fingers, sure, let them point them accurately. The system that allowed the fraud, the rules, the oversight structure, the eligibility looseness, was built under Trump's first administration. C-19 fraud was a nationwide failure. It was not born and raised in Minnesota. Either tell the whole story or admit that the outrage isn't over fraud. It's about politics and targeting groups of people that you don't like. I think that anybody who committed fraud should be held accountable. But this administration is using this as a platform for xenophobic and bigoted talking points, singling out one community which, by the way, by and large did not commit this. And quite frankly, that's disgusting. Stop pretending like you care about fraud when you support a fraudster.